Congratulations, your financial aid file has been selected for verification. Now what? You can get the forms you need by visiting the financial aid website and downloading the forms you need, or you can visit the financial aid office and receive a hard copy of the forms in person. Our friend Matt here has just been given notification to complete a student verification form in order to complete his financial aid process. Financial aid is required by federal regulation to select a portion of the financial aid applicants for this process. This form must be completed and turned into the Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships with the appropriate documents attached before you can receive any federal or state aid. When completing the SVER, you will need a blue or black pen, complete all the questions on the form, copy of your tax return transcripts, as no other tax return is acceptable, and possibly W-2 forms. Living situation documents such as leasing agreement and the last 4 months of canceled checks or money orders. Now let's start by filling out the front portion of your form. All of the standard information will need to be completed, such as your name, student ID number, and phone number. Next is your email address and then your signature and date of signing to certify that all information is complete and correct. You've made it through the first stage of completing the form. Now for the back portion of the SVER. Under Section 1, only check Box A if you did not work. Only check Box B if you did work but didn't file tax returns for the previous year. Or check C if you did file a tax return for the previous year. If you are legally married and filed your tax return as single or head of household, you must give an explanation as to why you did not file jointly in the additional information section provided below. Section D is for a student who filed an amended tax return for the previous year. Be sure to check the box next to the student above Section D to indicate that this section regards the student only. You must provide a copy of the original tax return or your tax return transcript along with a signed copy of the amended tax return for the previous year. Moving on to Section 2. You will see a question regarding the status of any pension plans, including IRAs that you may have rolled over or transferred to another plan or plans that you have cashed out that would be counted as income. If this applies to you, then you will need both your tax return and your tax return transcript for the previous year. Be aware that this information may not have been included on your tax return transcripts, and it is best if you have your tax return transcripts reviewed by a financial aid advisor. Section 3 of the SVER pertains to your living arrangement. If you live with your parents, check the first box. If you don't live with your parents, check the second box. If you live independently, you must provide a copy of your lease signed by both you and your landlord. You are paying rent to a friend, family member, roommate, etc. You must submit a copy of their lease or mortgage statement and a signed and dated statement from that person stating that you are living at that address. You must also attach copies of the last 4 months of canceled checks or money orders. Now that you have completed your SVER form and have obtained all the documentation, you are ready to submit your verification to the financial aid office. Submitting documents to our office late July and during August may delay the process of your financial aid file by up to 10 weeks. July and August are the busiest times of year for processing applications.